Good morning, students. Today we are going to read chapter 19, Gulliver in the Land of Little People, part 1. I think when you all were a kid, you must have heard about Gulliver or heard his stories. So, in this chapter, let us read one more story of the Gulliver. This story is retold from a famous book about the strange adventures of an Englishman named Gulliver. Once when he was sailing in the seas beyond India, his ship struck a hidden rock and sank in a few minutes. Only Gulliver was saved. He was a good swimmer and managed to reach the nearest land. So this story is being taken from a famous book about the strange adventures, unusual adventure. What is an adventure? Something exciting experience of an Englishman. He is a British man and his name is Gulliver. Once when he was doing an adventure, he was sailing in the sea. His ship got struck to a rock and it sank. So only Gulliver was saved. He was a very good swimmer, that's why he saved his life and reached the nearest island. Now let us find out what happens on reaching the island. It had been a long swim and Gulliver was very tired and weary. At once he lay down on the soft grass near the shore and slept more soundly than he had ever done in his life. So it was a long swim. Gulliver was feeling very tired. He wanted to take rest. Weary also means tired. You can see on page number 91. He was feeling tired at that time. So he lay down on the soft grass on the shore. Underline the word shore. Shore means the edge of the sea, area around the edge of the sea, and he slept more soundly than he had ever done in his life. He was sleeping so soundly that never in his life he has got such sleep. When he awoke, it was daylight. He tried to rise, but he was not able to move, for his legs and arms were fastened to the ground on each side. When he was awake, it was daylight, it was daytime. He tried to rise his body, but he was not able to move his legs and bodies because they all were tied up to the ground on each side. Underline the word fastened. His hair were long and thick. They were also tied in the same way so that he could not even turn his head. If you come to the next page, you can see in the picture how his hands and legs and hair, everything is being tied up so that he could not move his body. Now come to the first page again. At once Gulliver heard a strange sound near him. Then he felt something alive moving along his left leg. Underline the word alive. Over his chest it came and up to his chin. So all at once Gulliver heard a strange, unusual sound and he felt something is moving on his left leg. Something alive. Alive means something which is not dead. Like we human beings, we are alive, we are living. So something alive was moving along his left leg and he came to his chest and then to his chin. When Gulliver looked, he saw a little man not more than 6 inches high with bow and arrow in his hand, and behind him came 40 tiny men like him. So when he saw there was a little man who was only 6 inches high and he had a bow and arrow in his hand, and other 40 tiny men were also coming after him. Gulliver was so surprised at seeing this that he roared aloud, underline the word roared, and pulled his left arm free from the words that tied it. At that the little man ran back in terror, and from a distance they sent a shower of arrows at him. So on seeing the little tiny man, the Gulliver was so surprised, he roared. What do you mean by roar? We know the animal lion, he roars. Roar is a very long, deep breath. He shouted so loudly that he pulled his left arm free from the cords. Underline the word cords. Cord means thin string or rope. With cords, his hands and legs were tied up. So he pulled up his left arm free, and at that the little man, they became horrified. They were in terror. They got afraid and they ran from a distance and they sent a shower of arrows. They sent so many arrows at him. The arrows that landed on Gulliver's hands and face pricked him like needles. After that he lay still. Let us read the meaning of word pricked. It means pierce. So the arrows which were thrown by the little tiny man, it pricked on his face and hands like needle. It pierced his face, but still he lay still. By this time Gulliver felt hungry, for he had not eaten anything for many hours. He could not speak the strange language of little folk, underline the word folk, so he kept putting a finger in his mouth as a sign that he wanted food. How glad he was when they showed that they understood what he wanted. So by this time Gulliver was feeling very hungry because he had not eaten anything for many hours. He could not speak the strange, unusual language of the little folk, little people. So he kept putting his finger in his mouth as a sign to show that now he wants food, because he was not able to speak their language. So he kept on putting the finger inside his mouth. How glad, underline the word glad, he was very happy when he finds that the little men were able to understand what he wanted.